Do you buy organic fruit and vegetables?
I sure don't much. But I don't want bad fruit, bad vegetables. I want good fruit. What about you? So we're talking today, Denise. We're going over this. Our hearts are the bed to where everything is planted. And we want to be able to see people have an abundance of fruit. And it's available to us, but most people don't know.
So we're going to look at this passage out of John 15, and we're going to look at it both in the King James and in the Passion Translation. It reads like this: I'm the true vine, and my Father is the husbandman. Every branch in me that beareth not fruit, he taketh away, and every branch that beareth fruit, he purgeth it.
That doesn't sound so good.
This is the King James. That it may bring forth more fruit. Now ye are clean through the word that I have spoken unto you. Abide in me, and I in you, as the branch cannot bear fruit of itself, except it abide in the vine. No more can ye, except ye abide in me.
You know, now we hear that. We've all heard that verse, probably heard it preached many times in our life. But there's some words in there that scare us. That word purgeth scare us.
Don't be scared.
And we're going to prune something. How many have ever pruned something? I just the other day went out in my backyard, Denise. I started trimming on a bush. And at the end of the season, you cut off a lot of that. And I thought, why do you do that?
That was the leather leaf viburnum.
And that grew so much more because I cut away a lot of the things that were sucking life that didn't.
Yes, we got some profuse blooming from this beautiful little rose shrub, the ones that are the wild ones. And boy, it's covered now in flowers. It's so lovely.
Now, I want to look at this word purgeth again, because first of all, do you want to bear good fruit? Do you want to bear fruit? That's the question we've got to ask.
And there's so much in this. And in the Passion, it says it this way: I'm the true sprouting vine, and my Father, he cares for the branches connected to me by lifting and propping up the fruitless branches and pruning every fruitful branch to yield a greater harvest. The words I've spoken over you have already cleansed you, so you must remain in life union with me. Wow, that narrows it down. It makes it a lot more specific and a lot more clear.
I think we got to point out that the word purgeth, which we think God's going to do something mean, he's going to hurt me, and then I'll suck it up and grow more fruit. That's not what he's saying here. He's saying katharos, the Greek word, which means to cleanse. So what if I told you God's not pruning you, he's not cutting your arms off, he's not cutting parts of you off, but he's cleansing you so you can produce more fruit?
Yeah, and then the next verse says, now ye are clean.
Come on.
And it's katharos, so it's the same form of that Greek word, but one's means to cleanse, and it's translated as purgeth, which really has led to, I believe, erroneous, elaborate doctrines on how God does things to bring harm, and it's just messes people up because it's not clear. And then when it says, now ye are clean, katharos, you're clean through the word.
Okay, so he's not going to get out his big shears and start working on me here today. He's wanting me to get into his word so he can use his word to clean me, to pull out wrong doctrines, to get me on course with how much Jesus loved me and forgave me.
And it says, now you are clean. That's profound.
But then I don't feel clean sometimes. I make mistakes. I've said wrong things.
Absolutely. So you're going to have to go back to the word to renew your mind to the truth of who you are and what he's done for you. He's telling us the word cleanses us. You know that passage in Timothy that says God uses his word. It's very clear for correction, for reproof, for doctrine, that the man of God would be approved. So that's telling us God uses his word to bring about the changes that we need. And we all want growth and change. And this is about growth and development. And there are things that we need to release and let go of so we'll have more fruit. But it's done through yielding and submitting to the word and to the Lord, the lordship of Jesus.
You know, I would talk about our daughter having this peach tree, and we're walking through this new property, and I see this amazing peach tree, and it's got all these little bitty peaches on the thing. There are hundreds of them. I said, you're going to have a bunch of peaches. So the season goes by, these things are starting to get bigger. The next thing you know, you don't see as many. Then you start to see them chewed up, thrown on the ground. And these squirrels must come in a big crew of them, a gang, and they just ate all of the peaches off her tree. Now look at that. Good fruit, it's growing up, and the next thing I know, it's being eaten by demons.
Squirrels.
Now what that tells me is I'm putting the word into me, like you said. I'm growing and I'm starting to bear fruit, but sometimes I need to protect that fruit. I need to wash that fruit. I need to keep the enemy off that fruit. I need to be watching out.
And prayer, our relationship with the Lord, is like the water to the word. You plant the seed, you grow the fruit, and then you pray, which is the water on that. Listen to this commentary. It's so beautiful. This Greek phrase, which we're speaking of John 15:2, can also be translated, he takes up to himself every fruitless branch. He doesn't remove these branches. He takes them to himself. As the wise and loving farmer, he lifts them off the ground to enhance their growth. In the context, this is beautiful. In the whole context of John 14 and 15, it's Christ's last words to his disciples before he left. So this is beautiful to grasp this. His endless love for his disciples on the last night of his life on earth seems to emphasize God's love even for those that fail, and disappoint him. Wow.
How many have done that once or twice? Come on.
Peter's denial didn't bring rejection from Jesus.
But that doesn't mean I'm going to continue to deny, continue to walk in sin, though.
No. We want the word. If we get attitude adjustments when we look at God's word. The labor in the Christian life, we're not performing. The labor is to rest in the finished work of
Say that
Christ.
one more time again.
Well, and it says that in
labor
Hebrews,
to rest.
we labor to rest. So there is effort put forth, not to get approved by God through your performance, but by renewing your mind so that you, your spirit, soul, and body, you are renewed by the washing of the water of the word.
I labor in his word daily
to rest.
So I can rest in his promises.
Yes.
Daily, as much as I believe they can come along. You know, this heart wants to do work to get something from God, but Jesus did the work, and now it's my job, your job, to trust him and watch that fruit grow.
Beautiful.
You know, thank you for watching this broadcast, Capra Convos. We love bringing these out. We also meet in a church, Faith Kansas City in Kansas City, Missouri. If you're ever out this way, we'd love to have you. God bless you.
And I just want to say, if this is helping you, let us know in the comments. You can go to our YouTube channel, Capra Ministries, to see all the convos, and let us know which ones are helping you in your growth and development.
Thank you. We'll see you soon.